Do you ever find yourself craving a warm and cozy but healthy drink on those fall and winter chilly days? It is officially time to ditch the pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks that are filled with preservatives, syrups, and tons of sugar, and replace them with warm, delicious drinks that we can make right at home with minimal ingredients. Trust me, it is possible to enjoy the comfort of that warm fall winter drink while not sacrificing. As someone who is passionate about wellness, it is my mission every single day to teach all of you how to feel your best, even in the winter when motivation may be low and we need that little extra kick and inspiration to follow habits that will still give us the best results possible all year long. So today I am going to share with you 5 hot, warm and cozy drinks that are not only delicious but will also help with immunity, support your metabolism, help with that flat tummy and digestion, and just in general overall health. Each one of them has powerful ingredients that will help with that winter nourishment, helping you stay on track without sacrificing that winter comfort. So let's jump into it and get cozy with these 5 fat-burning winter drinks. We are going to begin with our Immune Booster Elixir. As you can see, we have some very powerful ingredients here. This is my go-to for keeping my defense up during cold and flu season especially, but also helping boost immunity. It's in the name, of course, that's what it's going to do for us. But with the addition of the orange and the lemons, it also helps with increasing vitamin C levels, which to be honest, most of us have lower levels of it. So having this on hand through the fall and winter is just like major key. We do have to let it simmer for about 40 minutes, which is why we are starting with it. So let's begin. First things first, we are going to take 1 full orange, make sure you give it a good wash, and we are going to slice it on up and place it in our pot. Next, we are going to add in our lemon. You can use 1 to 2 lemons. I have lots of lemons happening in our recipes today, so I am just going to use 1. And then we add in our other ingredients. So I recommend 1 teaspoon of turmeric. And as we all know, turmeric is so amazing for anti-inflammatory. I am going to eyeball it, but we definitely want a good hearty amount. It also makes this drink a beautiful orangey yellow color. If you have cinnamon sticks, you can also throw it in. I did not grab them yesterday at the grocery store, so I am just going to use regular cinnamon. I think there is something to be said about improvising with what you already have in your kitchen. I think that's super important when making any recipe. So that's 1 to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, or you can add 1 to 2 cinnamon sticks. Next, we're going to add some black pepper. Yes, I said black pepper. This mixed with the turmeric just helps amplify and increase those anti-inflammatory properties in the drink and definitely gives it a little bit of a kick. We are also going to grate in some ginger. Again, I would say about 1 teaspoon or a little piece from the ginger root, but I love adding fresh organic ginger. I feel like it gives it that real delicious taste. Ginger is, again, also really great for immune boosting and making sure that we are staying healthy, energized, and strong during the winter season. Now that we have the spices and the lemon and the oranges in the pot, we are going to add 6 to 8 cups of water. Again, this is not just for 1 serving. We will be able to store this in the fridge for, I would say, 1 to 2 weeks. For the sake of not going back and forth from the water filter, I am just going to add in 1.5 liters of water. And we're actually going to hold off on adding the apple cider vinegar and the honey, which gives it a little hint of sweetness with all of the sour, tart, and spicy ingredients going on in here. We're gonna wait to add that until the very end once we simmer. All right. It is already looking so beautiful. We want to give it a good mix before we put it on the stovetop. And we're going to place it on medium heat until it starts to boil a little bit. Turn it down, simmer again about 40 minutes. And you're going to see we will have the most beautiful, delicious, immune-boosting fall/winter drink. Next up, we have a bone broth hot chocolate, and I know that it kind of seems like an unusual combination, but I discovered it actually last winter. I made the recipe, posted it on my reels on Instagram, and it was a hit. It was also around the time where I was recovering from surgery, so it was kind of like my go-to comfort cozy drink while still getting all of the benefits from not only actually the bone broth, but the cacao powder as well. As we know, bone broth is an amazing source of collagen, which helps with hair, skin, nails. It also, again, helps with immunity and most importantly, with gut health. This will also help keep you full and satiated throughout your day, which again goes back to how all of these drinks can help with fat burning and staying aligned with your wellness and fitness goals this winter. The cacao powder is also a great source of antioxidants. Make sure that you have a really good quality one. Some cacao powders, make sure you are watching for the ingredients, can be filled with other preservatives or additives to give it a longer shelf life. And believe it or not, cacao powder is also a really great source of fiber. We're also going to add all of these ingredients to a pot, so get it ready and let's begin. Let's begin by adding 1 cup of your favorite milk. I am going to be using organic, unsweetened almond milk. You can use regular raw milk, you can use coconut milk, whatever your preference is. Next up, we are adding in our bone broth. You can use chicken, you can use beef. And believe it or not, 1 serving of bone broth has 10 grams of protein. We love that. I also usually make all of my grains with bone broth. Why not add a little extra flavor while adding gut healing, support, and a little extra boost of protein? Next, we're going to take our cacao powder, adding 1 tablespoon. This gives us the hot chocolate taste, of course. And then you're going to notice today that I'm basically adding cinnamon into everything. I love cinnamon. Cinnamon can really actually help with blood sugar regulation, making it a great addition to any warm, cozy winter drink. This last ingredient is totally optional. I am going to add a little bit of honey just to give it a bit of sweetness. Again, we want to make sure that it is 100% pure and there is no added sugars. I am going to give it a little stir, but you can also actually add all of the ingredients over the stovetop. I just showed you here to make it easier. And then once it begins to warm up, I'm going to take a handheld frother, I will show you, and froth it up to make it delicious and creamy before serving it. We got a lot going on over here on the stove. And our first actual immune beauty elixir drink, it is beginning to simmer and all of the ingredients are beginning to become fragrant. The lemons and oranges are softening. I am so excited to have a glass of that later. But for now, let's dial in on that bone broth hot chocolate. As you can see here, it is the same coloring, same consistency. It literally looks like hot chocolate, hot cocoa, but it has so many more beneficial ingredients. 0 sugar other than the little bit of added honey. This is seriously a good for you drink for the season. Now that the mixture is frothed, it's mixed, it's warm, we are going to enjoy. This recipe calls for 1 serving, so if you want to make more, double it up, triple it up for the whole family. And you can see here how it is beautifully actually frothed at the top. And if you want to go the extra mile, if you want a little extra treat, if you're feeling it today, you can also take a healthy alternative to a whipped cream. This is actually oat-based, making it a very true hot chocolate. I am going to keep it as is. Let's give it a little taste test. Oh my gosh, It is so good. Unless you knew that there was bone broth in here, I don't really think that you would be able to pick it up. It is creamy, it is delicious, it is good for you. Definitely a great alternative to regular hot chocolate. And I really do think that this will be your new healthy go-to all winter long. Next up, our third warm and cozy drink. I am super excited about this one. I just discovered it and it has been honestly my go-to at least once or twice a week when I need an afternoon pick-me-up and don't want to have a coffee. We are making a spiced collagen matcha. So delicious. Again, this is a really great option when we want to get a little boost of energy, but also want to boost up that metabolism without having caffeine from coffee. Coffee can be super dehydrating, which we've talked about before in past YouTube videos. Make sure to check out my last video, all the things I stopped eating to look my best in my 30s. And instead, we want to find replacements that have actual benefits for our bodies, for our metabolisms, and for our overall health. First, I'm going to mix the matcha with a little bit of hot boiling water. I don't have the full matcha set up yet with a little brush in the little dish, but we're getting there one step at a time. I am using the Peak matcha. It is ceremonial grade, so that is definitely something you want to look out when choosing a matcha. Next, we're going to add about 1/4 cup of hot water, and then make sure we give that a really good stir. And then separately, I'm going to add almond milk to my frother. I have the Smeg frother. I will link it below. Of course, we need to add in our collagen. I'm using hydrolyzed collagen peptides by Sarah and Martina. This is a brand that you are definitely familiar with. 1 scoop of collagen has 10 grams of protein. Again, this is not only a drink that is warm and delicious and that you will enjoy, but it will also help keep you full and can even act as a snack replacement between lunch and dinner, breakfast and lunch, whatever it may be. We're going to add in more turmeric. You're going to see a lot of this today. Again, as I mentioned before, really great for anti-inflammatory. This will also give it a little bit of a spice. And last but not least, again, always optional, a little hint of sweetness with maple syrup. And then we froth it up. Now the easy part, we add in our golden collagen frothed milk, and there you go. Okay, but seriously, how beautiful and delicious does this look? I am so excited to try. Oh my gosh, warm, delicious. I love the little spice that the turmeric brings. 10 grams of protein, good for the gut, good for the metabolism. This is a 10 out of 10 for warm, cozy drinks for the winter. Next up, our fourth drink. You probably think by now that I am a coffee hater, but believe it or not, I have coffee every single morning. But what I make sure is that I'm actually adding a collagen or sometimes even a protein like I'm going to show you today, which will help stabilize your blood sugar and avoid caffeine crashes throughout the day while also tasting delicious. And again, getting that extra boost of protein first thing in the morning, which is honestly the best for staying satiated and full throughout your day. It also helps curb cravings. And again, we are also adding a little bit of cinnamon into the mix because why not? If you actually go back to my very first What I Eat in a Day on YouTube, you will see how I incorporated collagen into my morning coffee. But today we're gonna change it up. Maybe you've seen it before, maybe you haven't, but we are making a cinnamon vanilla protein latte. I already have my coffee brewed here. Again, I also have the Smeg coffee machine. I am going to add my almond milk. We are going to froth it first, adding in the cinnamon. And then I'm actually going to add the protein powder as it's frothing so that it blends together nicely and doesn't end up clumpy. That is very important. You can see here how thick and creamy the protein powder with the almond milk came out. We're going to first add our coffee, and then we're adding in our frothed protein milk. I mean, come on, how creamy and delicious does this protein latte look? Let's try it out. Oh my God. It is so delicious. The best part is that you actually don't need to add sweetener to this one because we are using vanilla flavored protein powder. And again, make sure you're checking out my protein powder video on YouTube to get the best recommendations for the cleanest powders. And honestly, this just makes me want to cozy up in the morning and enjoy my delicious protein coffee that will keep me full and satiated, keep the metabolism up, while also providing gut and digestive support, literally all in one warm, hot drink. Cheers. Last but not least, we have a really simple mixture. We are making a lemon mint ginger tea. All you need to do is grab a mint or spearmint tea bag. You need lemon, ginger, and that is it. Mint tea is, of course, so great for soothing digestion. This is something that I actually have after a lot of meals, especially after dinner at night after a full day of eats. I love having a mint tea, and adding in the ginger helps with inflammation. And of course, again, the lemon is so great for a vitamin C boost, but also just helps aid in digestion and also helps support the metabolism. All we need to do here is steep our mint tea, add in some hot boiled water. We are going to squeeze in some lemon. Give me all the lemon for digestion support. And then we're going to grate in some fresh ginger. Definitely add an amount that is good for you. And then give it a good little mix. You can also add in some honey if you want to add a little bit of sweetness. And that is it. This warm and cozy drink out of all 5 that we've made today is of course the quickest and the easiest, so there's no excuses here. I promise if you mix this into your daily routine at least 1 to 2 times a week, you will notice the biggest difference in your tummy, digestion. It's also very possible that this will help with immunity, and of course, it tastes so good. We have officially ran through all 5 warm and cozy drinks, but we're going to quickly come back to our very first recipe, our immune boosting elixir. We have to add in our honey. You can do 1 to 2 teaspoons depending on how sweet you want it. There are of course some really amazing properties to honey as well, so don't be afraid of it. And then adding in our apple cider vinegar, which gives us all of the gut healing support. And then we are going to give it one final mix, and then we are ready to serve. All right, let's give our final drink a try. Oh my gosh, it is so good because I think we let it simmer for so long. All you need really is 40 minutes, but it was about an hour and a half total in time. All of the flavors are coming through. The orange makes it so delicious, and this is going to be so great to store and have on hand. Make it in bulk. And not only will this aid in fat burning, keeping the metabolism fast, but it's also going to shield us from any cold or flu coming our way. Wow, I am obsessed. So good. I hope that these 5 cozy drinks help you stay warm, motivated, and healthy this winter. Whether you're looking for something indulgent like the bone broth hot chocolate, or you just want something to help soothe the digestive system after a big holiday meal, we really have something here for everyone to love and enjoy. Coffee lovers, matcha lovers, whatever it may be. Definitely let me know in the comments which ones you are going to try first, and stay tuned for more healthy, delicious recipes, workout and wellness motivation, and make sure guys to check out my latest video, 5 things I stopped eating in my 30s to get a toned and snatched body. That is it. Make sure you are following along for more health, wellness, and recipe inspo, and I will see you all next time.